Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new Reddit reactions video. Hi everyone, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling, the Lapsang Souchon, the Scalding Hot Sam, the Earl Grey? What shall I say is the tea? It always feels very strange when I'm sitting down. The tea today is Vicky's sponge cake. It's delicious, tastes like Victoria's sponge cake if you didn't tell by the name. Yes, hi everyone, hello, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new, hello, my name is Roly, piercing tattoo Reddit weirdo here on the internet, so subscribe to the channel, QR code on screen, scan your phone, and subscribe. Today, we're delving back into the world of Reddit, and we're going to be doing a new Reddit that I've not done on the main channel before. I have done this over on Patreon as a trial, and I thought, you know what, let's just do it today as a one-off, and today we're going to be looking at, am I overreacting? Now, this Reddit does have over 4 million followers, so it's clearly resonating with people. So I thought, you know what, let's just bite the bullet and do one on the channel, and bite the bullet as if like it's a trial. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not really marketing this very well. I'm like, oh yes, it's a struggle, please. Also, with that being said, we're also going to be doing my annual Christmas piercing changeover. I've got lots of like Christmas themed jewelry down here, and this video is of course sponsored by the lovely people at OUFER Body Jewelry. This is going to be another one of my Christmas changeover videos. I'm very, very excited, and they're currently having their Black Friday sale. So make sure you do check out the website. All the stuff is linked down below, and yeah, anything you see in this video or anything else on their website, they have a big Black Friday sale like they do each year. So make sure you go snatch up some goodies. Go hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. Let's not beat around the bush wattly and get on with these overreaction posts. So this says, am I overreacting if I break up with my boyfriend of 3 years over his reaction to my upcoming sobriety anniversary? Jesus Christ. So this is a text conversation between her and her boyfriend. I'm thinking about getting myself a cake for December 12th. And they've said, why? 2 years sober. Yeah, but why would you get a cake just to celebrate? So you're celebrating doing the bare minimum. It's something that took a work and has been difficult for me, but you still need my validation to buy yourself a cake. No, I'm not looking for validation. I wanted to share with you since I thought you'd be happy for me. No, you wanted a pat on the back from me, and now you're pissed I didn't give it to you because I'm not going to act like you're a hero for doing the bare minimum. You are the one who chose to drink too much. Don't make this everyone's problem. I can't, wait, hang on, sorry, there's more. Hang on, wait.
From what I've heard, this one sounds like an asshole.
Why are you talking to me like this? Are you having a bad day at work? I'm just being real with you. This is not something worth buying a cake over. Like, do not go around telling our friends about this because it will look bad. Okay, never mind. Did you want to go somewhere after work to see, so I'm guessing they're people. I'm watching the game with someone. Okay, I'll let you know at home. Maybe Taylor will be there. Ha, ew, I hope not.
Kill him. Kill him. Kill the fool.
Sorry, I'm actually I don't normally, like, this is the first one I'm reading in the chat on the video, and I'm gobsmacked. Unless you've gone through like some kind of addiction, I think it's very difficult to truly explain to someone what it's like to let go of something or to get over it or to try to recover. I beg you, people who are on the phone all the time, right? If you don't really care about your phone, this doesn't really apply to you. But like, if you're on your phone all day and you're someone who uses your phone a lot, just for a day when you've got a day off work where we don't need to have it, right? Just put your phone down and don't use it for the day. Just turn it on loud so someone rings you or something you really need, you can have it. Live your weekend or something without you barely using your phone like we did back in the 2000s when it was just to text and ring people. Try and do it. Just see how difficult that is to actually do. Now, when it comes to like addictions like alcoholism, or like in my case, when I was a lot younger, I had a gambling addiction. Unless you truly have been through that, it's very difficult to explain what addiction is like. And to get over that and to be, you know, to recover and be like 2 years, I want a cake. Why wouldn't you? The reaction to be like, you've done the bare minimum. You've not done the bare minimum. You've gotten over an addiction, which is so difficult, like so difficult. This person said they were an alcoholic for a long time and they finally got over it. So I didn't read the actual description because I don't think I needed it. I feel like this kind of behavior has clearly been shown before. I find it hard to believe that this is the first time that some kind of red flag would have happened. Because like to have that kind of reaction, that doesn't sound like someone who normally is so loving and supportive, and suddenly on this one thing, they're suddenly being a I'm fully gobsmacked. I didn't expect to start this video so like intensely. I would instantly break up with this person. Sorry, to me that's like an absolute breakup moment. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to speak to me like that. The reason he's saying don't tell anyone about it is because you know that you're gonna look like a twat. And congratulations to you for being 2 years sober. That is incredible, and you deserve a fucking cake.
Entire confection.
Now moving on from that, I guess we should change some piercings. Jesus Christ. Segway. So as always, I'm gonna start with my left ear first. So I've got all the Halloween stuff still in, so I'm gonna take a few of them out first just to give me a head start, and then we'll go through, we'll do a few and then do the next story. I've already taken out my plug and replaced it with a silver one, so let me take out a few of these on the way up, and we will it just makes it easier for me if I take a load out in one go than trying to do one or two. I really enjoy the black jewelry. I love having this sort of like Halloween, slightly gothic look. I love it, but the part of me always wants to revert back to silver or like the shiny, because black doesn't shine. Like the black color doesn't really get shiny, whereas like silver does. And I do miss this sort of shininess of these piercings. I hope you did all have a wonderful spooky Halloween season, by the way. It felt like it went really quick this year. Like it just sort of disappeared. And I'm like, no, come back. But you know, it's my cat is, what is wrong with you today, Linguist? You're being very vocal. My cat has decided today that today's the day that she wants to shout all day when she's normally the quiet one. People wonder what I use, by the way. These are adult baby wipes, essentially. They're just like sensitive skin Andrex wipes, and I just use them to clean my ears a lot of the time when I take all my piercings out, because it's like easy on the skin and it's not like harsh chemicals or anything. So I've decided this time I'm going to be a bit more clever, and I actually got myself, I didn't realize that OUFER did these. It's like a little thing that has like a grabber, so you can use this to grab like jewelry to help me put it in. So first one up, we're going to be putting this little gold Christmas tree in my upper lower helix, upper lobe section. So we're going to put this one in now. So let's use the little prongs and we'll see how easy it is to get it in. So it has got it in it, like if you can see. It's kind of, again, it's really difficult to show you these things. Hopefully this makes it a little bit easier to put these sort of more complicated bits of jewelry in, because these can be really like tricky because of the shapes of them. That was so easy. Oh my God, it was so much. Look, it's in. That was so much easier to get it. If you've watched me do these little piercing changeover videos before, I have always struggled. So like I film for hours because it takes me ages to get the jewelry in because of the funny shapes and everything. Just did that in like 10 seconds. Literally 10 seconds. I did this with this little tool. Okay, so we'll do the tragus as well. We're going. So on the tragus, I am going to be having this little candy cane. So I'm going to put this one in now. So the candy cane is in my ear. I think we should do let's do another post. So this says, am I overreacting for telling my best friend, boyfriend, this is a fire hazard? And they've got like a little electric heater with a huge like blanket over the top. Came into my room to find my boyfriend was drying a fleece blanket that was still damp from the dryer on top of the electric space heater. He said it's not a big deal because of wet things can't catch on fire. He's telling me this isn't a fire hazard and that I'm overreacting, and encouraged me to ask Reddit for opinion. Babe, you don't want to ask Reddit for opinion? Oh no. God, I'm allergic to your bullshit. I cannot, that is absolutely balmy. The thing is, right, yes, water can't catch fire, but it's also an electric heater. Do you know what you shouldn't be doing around electricity? Put in wet things. I love this comment. This comment said, and the one time he forgets wet things that become dry, goodbye house and fire, tell him to stop. This isn't like a drying rack or something. Like you shouldn't, like it literally says, I'm pretty sure this warning down here on the fire heater literally said, don't cover. These kind of things are not meant to have stuff draped over it. This is what I always think about like natural selection, just men being stupid. I don't understand like how you can be so dumb. Like, what are we doing? If your boyfriend can't grasp this concept, he is weapons grade stupid. Absolutely. This feels like weaponized incompetence, stupidity, like want to be mummy too much, or like, mummy, do everything for me. I need to be told. Boyfriend sounds like one of those kids that ate Tide Pods.
Now he's dead.
Am I overreacting to skip Thanksgiving after my mum basically said that I'm an embarrassment for not having a husband and kids by now? As if like, you know, relationships just happen on a whim. There's a brief description. It says, I'm 35 female, single for 3 years. I was engaged, but he, Charles, was doing weird sexting role play with people on video games, which was effing disgusting. And it really effed with me. And yes, I have been to therapy. I've dated since then, but nothing serious. And so she doesn't want to go to this family like get together at Thanksgiving because her mother sent her this message. So sorry if this hurts your feelings, but it's time for some tough love. You made a big mistake when you broke it off with the person who was like having the online cheating affairs. I know you didn't like what he did, but giving up over it was stupid. Everyone else has a family. Your sister, your brother, cousins. Doesn't that make you feel embarrassed to be the only one without a family? Doesn't it make you lonely? You are too old for roommates and it's time to grow up. Just my 2 cents. Don't shoot the messenger. Love you, sweetie. Just something to think about. I hate this idea, right, that you should just have children. You should just marry someone and have children. When you trivialize having a family like this and make it sound so like just frivolous, it just makes me feel like, well, did you even want us? Did you love our family? Like, is this just because you just felt like you had to do it? Someone's commented, her 2 cents is why they're getting rid of pennies. These are funny. Everyone else has a family. Your sister, your brother, cousins. Doesn't that make you feel embarrassed? Why would that make you feel embarrassed? When it comes to having partners, having boyfriends, having relationships, all this kind of stuff, there are some things that you might feel a bit sad or lonely or whatever. And like she says it here, but embarrassed. When I think of like my friends who are in relationships, it doesn't make me feel embarrassed. No one should settle because that's how children get born into loveless marriages. If he was having a sexting role play with people on video games, it's not the same as actually going out and doing it, but it's still like a level of cheating, at least in my eyes. Personally, to me, that's too much. Maybe I'm overthinking this as people think I'm a bit weird. I think that's too much. So to be like, oh, you shouldn't have broke off with him, he didn't like what you did, but then who's to say that later down the line, this role play becomes reality? Like, I don't want to bring children into that kind of environment. Just my 2 cents. Don't shoot the messenger. Love you, sweetie. You don't love this child. You think this child is an embarrassment to you. The one who's embarrassed here is you, not the daughter. Like, this is really sick. This is why there are so many kids in care when right-wingers are so pro-life and they're like, oh, don't abort children, while they're not lining up to adopt any of them. Like, it's the same type of people that say this kind of stuff.
Suck my left nut.
Anyway, moving on from that. This was like we go from like, no. Anyway, more piercings. So let's go one up, and we got this really cute little Santa head. So I'm gonna put the Santa head in my first of my many helixes. So yes, I got the cute little Santa head here. So I'm going to put that one into the next helix just above it. So that one is in there. And then one above that, I do have this lovely mistletoe holly as well. So I'm going to put that one in now. Now we're going to use a little tool again. So hopefully this tool can work up there too. Lovely. I'm excited. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Then she ate its baby.
Delicious.
I can't find the back of my damn hole. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let me put the little tool on. Okay, so I got it in the tools. Let's see if it works again with this one. It's still a little tricky to find the hole, but once you get it, like with this. Okay, so that one is in. So we're going to go on to the, I'm going to do the rook piercing now because it's inside. It's very tricky to change. So I'm going to do it before I got everything else like around it. So with the rook, I do already have a bar that I had from them a little while ago. And it's this little white opal horseshoe bar. Not horseshoe bar, a banana bar? Curved bar, better go. It's kind of difficult to show, but yes, it's just like this. It's like just like a little white opal on the end. It'll look proper. As always, when I do these, I'll make sure I put like photos and stuff right at the end of the video so you can fully see what this is like. But I thought this would go well with the whole sort of theme because it's very snow, silvery, sort of, you know. I don't know how helpful the little tool will be for this one because it is kind of inside my ear. So it's a little bit difficult because I won't really be able to see where I'm going. I've got it in, so we shall see if it makes any difference because, yeah, it can be a tricky one for this one because of where it is. This is the one I always tend to like end up like giving up on and being like, no, I'm just going to put the top in and just leave the bottom empty because it can be really tricky to change this one because of where it is. As always, regardless of whether I use the tool or not, this one's really difficult. So when I got this one pierced, it was done quite deep in my rook. But position-wise, it's great, but it does mean it makes it very difficult to change. I've made myself bleed. I don't know what I've done, but I've like must have scratched myself or something. Nope, I'm giving up. I'm not going to sit here for hours doing this while I'm filming. I might try a little bit off camera, but I'm just going to leave it, especially now that I've irritated the area. I'm just going to put it in, let the top half sit on top. It's just so annoying. So for my forward helix at the front, my right at the front here, I've got a little ball. I've got like a hinge closed ring. This is another one of these piercings I got from them a little while ago. It's just like a hinge closed hoop. And at the front, I'll put like a photo here of the actual jewelry. It's like got a sort of pinky opal color at the front. So that one is clipped in. Okay, let's do another story. Am I overreacting? My husband doesn't want me to wear my wedding dress in public. What? Okay, this is the photo of Madame and La Pouche. I was married in 1989 wearing a gorgeous 100% 1980s sequined beaded wedding gown complete with an over-the-top giant shoulder pads. I love my wedding gown so much that I put it on every year on our anniversary and wear it all day long. I've done laundry, dishes, and vacuumed in the dress, feeling like a princess. Work, sis. This year I want to wear it out to our anniversary dinner and my husband doesn't want me to. Yes, I know I may look crazy to some people, but I don't really care. And we live in Las Vegas and there are crazy looking people everywhere you look. Should I listen to my husband or wear a gorgeous wedding gown or look like a crazy person? I mean, I feel like, especially if you're in Las Vegas, people are just gonna assume that you probably just got married. Yeah, it might be a bit weird if people keep saying to you, oh, happy just get married, congratulations. Like, you will get that, especially in like Las Vegas, when again, yeah. I mean, I've never been to Las Vegas. My understanding of I just scratched myself on the face. My understanding of Las Vegas is very sort of what I've seen on TV and media and stuff. So it might be a little bit skew-whiffed and not actually true, but I feel like you won't look, if this was like in the middle of London, I might be a little bit like, okay, a bit odd, even though London's a bit wacky sometimes. Las Vegas, I feel like this is very normal. Like, just do it. The only thing I will say is, it says, am I overreacting? I mean, you haven't said your reaction yet to know if you're overreacting, and there's no description about what your reaction is, but like, I guess maybe you're annoyed or something. Just do it. Why not, girl? Yeah, feel your oats.
Okay.
If your dress had a huge train, there was a huge veil everywhere, you know, maybe it was really puffy and massive, of course, going out to a restaurant, you're gonna be kind of in people's way, trying to get through the tables, you might brush past them, like your veil's gonna trip people over. So in those situations, oh gosh, I get my eye all of a sudden, oh God. But your dress doesn't look too like puffy and big. I think you'd be fine. Just do it, girl. Am I overreacting for losing my mind over this note I found in my fiance's pocket? Oh, a slut. I normally don't do this, but you've been staring. So he's staring. And then I guess that's maybe like someone's number. Me, 29 female, my fiance, 30 male, been together for 3 years. Yesterday, he went out with his friends and came home a bit late, and we argued about it too. Tonight, we went out with our friend group, and this was a bit, and it was a bit cold, so he gave me his jacket. I went to the bathroom and found this note in his jacket pocket. I confronted him about it and he said it was nothing. He told me he found the note under the coffee cup the night before and didn't even call the number. He said I could check his call history if he didn't believe me. Yes, he didn't call the number, but why did he keep the note in his pocket? Am I overreacting for confronting him about this? I don't know. I just... Look, right? He could have forgot. He could have like he could have had his stuff there and just put it in his pocket to throw it away and just kind of forgot. Normally with these kind of things, I'm always like, he's cheating on you. This doesn't instantly say red flags to me. If he's literally said he's gone out with his friends, come home a bit late, and we argued about it too. Like, if he had this and maybe he was going to tell you the story. Maybe he kept it because he was like, oh, I'm going to show my wife the story. I'm going to show my fiance, be like, oh, this woman just randomly came up to me. Look at this. It was funny or something. Like, and he came in and suddenly you're arguing about him being late. The last thing in his mind is going to be like, oh, let me show you this napkin, because you would have made it a big deal. I want a divorce. I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough information here to know what the dynamic between you is. He came a bit late, so you argued with him. Was the argument about him coming home late really justified? Was there a reason why he came home a bit late? Like, maybe does he need to be home at a certain time? Like, are you policing how much he's going out with his friends? I don't know. This kind of reads to me as a little bit more insecure. I just know. I feel like there's a lot of trust issues here. So this person's commented, I'd tell my wife immediately when I got home if this happened to me, but my wife isn't going to start an argument if I get home a bit late. I would definitely be a lot less likely to share this detail if we argued as soon as I got home. Something I meant to share as a funny detail of my night to share would seem like a trigger for another round of fighting instead. Yeah, I agree. I think there's something else going on here. Everyone wants to be the hero of their story. People will say everything they possibly can to make their argument right, especially if you're going to go on something like this. Everyone's going to try to be the hero of the story. If there was a past incident where like this person has cheated before, maybe they had issues, you would have just said it in the information. You would have gone, he's done something like this before and it led to something else. The fact that you're not saying any of this feels to me like this isn't an ongoing thing that this guy has always done, because you would say it. You would say it in the post. So to me, I think you're the issue here. I've never been in a cheating situation, so I don't know how the mind of a cheater works. The fact that he gave you his coat and it was in the pocket makes me go like, would he have just like done that if he known that was there, something weird was going on? I don't know. I honestly think you're overreacting, because I just feel like if there was more to the story, you would have told them. You would have told us and said, he's cheated in the past. Is he doing it again? The fact that you haven't said that makes it feel like you're like this because of your own issues and not because of him.
Thank you very much for the tea.
Okay, so we're going to go higher up the ear now, and we're going to have my old favorite. And I have these lovely bauble piercings. Now, I love these so much. They're 2 gold. They look like little baubles you put on your trees. And I love these. I've got 2 for this side and 2 for this side. So we've got one with stripes and one with dots. I use these every year, and I absolutely love them. So we're going to put them in now, and hopefully these should be a bit easier to put in because they're just horseshoe bars, so they might not be as annoying as normal other ones. But can you hear my cat screaming? What's with your loudness today, Linguos? I would normally bring her up, but because I've got all my piercing stuff here, I don't really want to bring her up, but like when I get cat hair on my bloody piercings. So there is one. Now I'm going to put the other one just above it. So I'm going to put the red on the outside and put the green on the middle, because it's that green and red color. So I'm going to put the red one on the outside and the green in the inside. There we go, easy. It's always nice when it's easy to put in. Okay, done. So for my vertical one here, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Now, technically, this isn't Christmas, but I have these little shark head ends. Now, they're kind of difficult to show you. I'll put like a little photo here as well so you can see. But they've got little shark heads in them. And I just want to put, because it was silver, I was like, it kind of works with the silver around it. So I'm going to put like this little silver like shark head at the top. Again, I know it's dumb. It's not Christmas, but I just like it and I want to use it, okay? So deal with it. So I've got my little shark up the top. It's so stupid. And going on to my top helix up here, the little hoop I have, I'm going to be putting another bar that I had from them a little while ago. And it's just this sort of like pinky, sort of Christmassy coloured horseshoe bar. It's like gold and like pink. I think it just fits nicely with the colours and themes. So this is going to go at the front here. I normally put something through here. I don't know if this is going to be long enough. Now this is bigger. My earlobe is stretched slightly larger than the last time I did this. And so I normally put like a horseshoe bar in it, but I don't actually have one big enough to fit through here, which is kind of dumb. So I'm going to put this like septum ring. We're going to get onto like the septums in a minute, but I have this like little septum star. I want to see if this is big enough to like fit through. I don't know if it's big enough. Okay, so this isn't even big enough. Yeah, because it's kind of like, it's obviously it's like a big 10mm hole. I normally use my silicone tunnels and put something through that. I guess I could change it into a silicone tunnel. It's just like I don't have any sort of Christmassy themed tunnels, so it kind of looks a bit off. I thought silver would go well. I guess I don't need something hanging off it. I guess for once I could just not have something hanging off my ear.
What's hanging from your ears, rocks?
Either way, left ear is done. So much less stressful with this tool. Honestly, I cannot recommend getting this little tool enough. It has been a lifesaver. The only thing I've struggled with is the rook, but that's just because it's the rook piercing is always fucking annoying. Okay, so this one says, am I overreacting? A locksmith charged my partner's sister $5,390 to get back into her apartment. Almost $5,500 just to get back. What? And this is apparently the list of stuff, an itemized receipt. Equipment locksmith service, $350. Drill mortise broken. I don't know what the hell this says. $400. I can't even read what this right. I don't even know what that says. Bowl to the disc. Fix mechanic. Remove old lock. $220. New mortise? Jesus Christ. I don't understand anything. I'm sorry. I just refuse to believe that to locksmith a door, $5,500? That seems excessive. I mean, this isn't really an industry I know that much about, so it's hard to make a real judgment, but $5,500? You having a laugh? So this person said, nope, half these charges are bogus. What is $800 for door adjustment fee? $400 to drill a lock, and then another $250 to remove it? She should immediately dispute and report this. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think you're overreacting. You should absolutely dispute these charges and claims because this is bonkers. Okay, so just before we move on to the right ear, I do want to do the lovely, lovely septum piercing showcase. There's a really cool star septum piercing, which is really pretty. We do have a couple gold ones, which is this lovely Christmas tree septum ring, which is really, really gorgeous. They do have a lovely antler head. It's like a deer antler, a reindeer. And they also have this really, really gorgeous gold thorn. It looks very like antlers. I've not seen this one before. I don't think they had this one last year. And then of course, the classic, beautiful beautiful green and red, almost like a mistletoe jewels. I love this one. This is very Christmassy. It's probably my favorite one they do have. And they do have this really cute Christmas wreath with a little Santa Claus head hanging down in the center. I really love their Septum collection. Like, I think out of all the things they do, one of the best things I think they do on their website is all the different types of like Septum jewelry. So we're going to start on my earlobe now. And this one, I always have something sort of dangling down. So this year I do have this little star. It's like a starry night. I don't think it's technically Christmas, but I do have this like belly. So it's meant to be, obviously it's kind of for a belly button, but you can put it here, it's fine. And it dangles down. I always have a little dangly thing here. Sorry, Christmas, like a little dangly star. I always have a dangle. We love a dangle, don't we? Love a bit of dangling. Yay, there. Now, one up from that, I am going to be putting another Christmas tree. I thought having Christmas trees on each side would be quite cute. And they're slightly different as well. They're not the exact same. So this one, it looks like a different type of Christmas tree. And we're going to put that one in like the first helix. Can you hear her? I don't know, she's not normally this vocal. She's running around with like toys in her mouth. So the Christmas tree is in the ear. So that one is done. And we'll do one more before we carry on with the stories. And we're going to be putting a lovely golden snowflake. Oh, you're a big old snowflake, aren't you? So I'm going to put a golden snowflake in my right tragus. Let's pop this one in here. Oh, gosh. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, no.
Clumsy.
Go in. Go, don't be an asshole. Just go into the ear. Come on, go through. Go on, go. Oh, went into my ear. It's such an awkward position sometimes. Like, try to get like my hand like in behind my ear. When I push it in the front, make sure the hole's nice and open. Go on, girl. Now go in the back. Don't be an asshole. Get in. Go on. In you go. There we go. Oh, good girl. Well done. You're such a special snowflake. So triggered. Oh my God, it's just so much easier. I cannot believe it's taken me this long to get one of these damn instruments. This is ludicrous. It's so easy. I cannot believe me. The amount of times I struggle putting some of these things in because they're funny shapes, and I could have been using this the whole time. I'm so annoyed at myself. Oh, it's a tattoo one. This says, am I overreacting, or did I just accidentally get a tattoo that is connected to a very bad things? What? 8. What's 8? Is that something? For context, I was supposed to have an 8 tattoo originally, but it looked too much like an infinity sign, so I got it turned into the word 8. But then it got told about the effing... What does that say? Does that say not? Oh, it says Neo Nazi symbol, and how they hid it. And now I'm scared. I'm repping bad things. Please give me cover-up ideas. So apparently, I don't know anything about this. Apparently, this is a neo-Nazi symbol. I'm posting it for my friend because she's embarrassed, but needs a pin to Reddit. She recently got a tattoo, and when she showed it to me, I immediately thought of groups of very awful people who used the number 8 more than once to identify each other without being obvious. I pointed this out to her after doing her own after looking it up what I was talking about. She's now worried she's going to be thought of as supporting of these types of people. She asked Reddit to help. Is she overreacting? Is this tattoo okay? Should I get it covered up? What? I don't know. Is this true? You always have to please, before you get anything, just do some research. Don't change your mind all of a sudden without at least thinking about it. I think when you do it, first of all, can I say anyway, the person who did this tattoo needs to be fired. The blowouts of this 8 is absolutely awful. Look at the discoloration of the ink discoloration around the outside, and like the line consistency. Like, this is awful here. It's so thin. Or that tattoo quality, first of all, is absolutely awful. So whoever did that, disgusting. I don't really have time to look up this whole thing about this tattoo. Is this a naughty tattoo that people use for neo-Nazis? Like, is this a thing that gets done? I don't know. But please, before you get any tattoo work, please, just do a little bit of research into what you're getting. Don't just get anything and be like, oh, it's fine, girl. Please make sure you're not getting any hate symbols, especially if you're writing words or letters like this, where you're incorporating numbers and it's a little bit more sort of ambiguous. Just do a little bit of research and make sure that what you're getting isn't going to be connected to some kind of like group. The centering, the 8 centering is awful. Like, why is the 8 so much more left to the letters? Like, as well, not only is it awfully placed, like and it's also blown out. Awful. This whole situation is awful. It's just awful. I don't know what's going on. This whole thing is awful. I don't want anything to do with it. Die. Seriously, do some research. Am I overreacting for leaving my boyfriend's house mid-dinner after his mum insulted me for bringing a store-bought cake?
How could you? How could you?
I, 27 female, have been dating my boyfriend who's 29, for 8 months. And last weekend he invited me to dinner at his parents' house. I wanted to make a good impression, so I bought a cake from a local bakery that's kind of fancy and well known in our area. When I handed it to his mum, she looked at it and said, "Oh, you didn't bake? Most women your age can't cook anymore. Everything's store-bought." I laughed it off. First of all, what a rude cow. I laughed it off at first, thinking she was just joking, but she doubled down with it. Well, I guess that's fine. My son's used to real dessert though. Oh God, okay. So you've gone to a bakery, like an independent bakery who's known in your area, like a posh independent bakery known in your area, like that's someone has made it. What is the difference between Agatha and Bobby over there making the dessert for you and then having dessert that you've made? Like, it's still made by someone. It's not like it's been made by a machine. If it was like I would understand more if it was like a Colin the Caterpillar that was made by a machine or something. Like, I mean, I would still eat it because I love those kind of things. But like the words that you've just said doesn't really make any sense, because why is your dessert any realer than Bob and Aggie's over there who's made it? Everyone kind of laughed awkwardly, but I felt my face burning. My boyfriend didn't say anything. Didn't leave this man. When your boyfriend doesn't stick up for you, especially in these situations, he will always choose his mother over you. The mother will always be overbearing. The mother will always intrude herself into your relationship. This is one of those red flags you catch instantly. My boyfriend didn't say anything. Later in the dinner, she made more light comments about her modern women being lazy. I tried to stay polite, but eventually I just said, "I think I'm gonna head home. I'm not really feeling well." He texted later saying I made things awkward and overreacting to a harmless teasing. I said it didn't feel harmless to me. He said I'm embarrassed. I embarrassed him and should have just ignored it. Now I'm wondering if I was really too sensitive. Am I overreacting for walking out? No. And the fact that the guy that you're with, who's 29 years old, just said that you were overreacting for harmless teasing. Sorry, red flag. You absolutely need to read this as a red flag and leave this man. 8 months, leave him. Just absolutely leave him. This is going to get worse over time. When you get to things at your wedding, your mother-in-law will always make little digs at you because she can't deal with the fact that her baby boy is with someone else. This is red flag heaven. Leave him. If he doesn't see anything wrong with those comments, it is because he thinks the same way, or it's because it's how his mum always acts to his girlfriends, and he hasn't met anyone he feels is worth standing up for. OP should leave while it's still early in the relationship, because these comments will continue to happen, and everything not just for. Yeah, absolutely. This is the post. Your boyfriend will never bring home any woman that meets the impossible to reach standards his mummy has. Cut your losses and let him be single and miserable for his mummy. Absolutely. This just reads totally as invasive mum, doesn't want to let the boy go, will dig at anything she can, and I bet the mum sits at home being like, yeah, that's right, I got Patrice out of his life. Now he's back to being mine. No, scum. I hate these kind of things. I also come from this from like a jilted angle because my family is so effed up and toxic. I only have one family member that I actually actively have a connection with, and that's my sister. Everyone else either dead or like out of my life. Those comments are going to get worse and worse over time over things that have nothing to do with you except for their own insecurities and the fact that she doesn't want her son to leave. I hate it. So let's do my conch piercing. Now, this one again, I'm going to use something that I got from them a little while ago, and this is like hinge closed ring, and it has like 3 little hoops. It almost looks like 3 different piercings that kind of settle into one. There we go, that one is in. I like that. That's easy because it has like a hinge clip, so they're so easy to use. This is why I say when you use these kind of things, any sort of like, don't use ball closures and things. They're really awkward to open and close, whatever. Then just get a hinge one. Oh, she's unhinged. Oh, that mother was unhinged. So I'm gonna do my rook piercing on this side as well, while there's nothing else in that vicinity, so it's easy to do. So again, I've got the same type of jewelry that I got on the left side. I'm gonna put that on the right side, cause I'm moving on up, moving on out. I'm not gonna eat this store-bought cake. Make me a crumble. My mommy's overbearing. Eat my baby. She killed. Oh, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Christmas time. I've got gout. See how much easier that one is to change? This one is just so much easier to change because it's slightly further forward. This one on the left side is just so deep. It's just really tricky to change. But I did the what with that? 10 seconds that took me to change that one. It's so much easier. But It's in. The lovely snow opal jewelry. Am I overreacting for expecting just the bare minimal and still not getting even that from him? What's this? Just wanted to share this with someone. This is his bedroom. I have my own bedroom here. Stopped sharing a bed with him after the first year we were together because he suddenly stopped wanting to be intimate with me. This is beyond disgusting. I don't go in there anymore for anything because it's such a hazard, but had to today to open the window to get the smoke out before this weekend. I'm totally appalled. This is how the rest of the house would be if I didn't change into the role of his parental maid and mother. P.S. Yes, I'm leaving him as soon as my money situation is comfortable to do so. But in the meantime, what the F should I do or not do? Thank you for reading. Hang on, there's some more photos. Oh, vile. Ugh.
You dirty bitch!
Oh, God. I mean, I could never live with someone who is this messy. Like, I'm not always the most, I guess, tidy person. There's parts, you know, that are some like, I think there's difference between like some mess and grime and dirt. This looks like it's actually quite dirty as well. Like all this kind of stuff, like just things like rotting on the side. Like it feels like this is actually quite dirty. I don't know if there's something going on with his life. You know, depression can make people can live like this sometimes as well. So things like that could be in play. Obviously, I'm making wild assumptions. There's not as much information here to go on a lot of this kind of stuff. I personally couldn't live with someone who's like this. It's too much. I think a discussion needs to be had about potentially like, is there something going on in your life? Do you need like a welfare check or something? Like what's going on with you? I mean, there are people who are just lazy. I remember growing up, my brother was exactly like this. This is what his bedroom used to look like as a teenager. Like this is what he was like. This is what it was. It was always disgusting and gross and he was just lazy. This is the kind of stuff I expect you to grow out of when you're a teenager. I don't know how people live like this, but there are just people who are just lazy and cannot be bothered. Like there are people who are like that. Not every single person who does this kind of stuff is going through something. Some people are just lazy. So I think it's a difficult one necessarily to put a judgment on like what is going on, but I personally couldn't live with someone who was like this.
Get out of here!
It would make the whole house smell, like those kind of things travel. I also, if I'm in a relationship with someone, obviously they're together. So if he stopped being like intimate with you for a while ago, are you even really in a relationship anymore? Is this more of a situationship? As you've said, as soon as you get more money, you're leaving. I think when you get to a certain age, if people don't have their shit together, it's not for you to, you know, be the carer of someone. Like regardless of what someone's going through, if someone else has to deal with this mess, it's difficult. Like it's going to be difficult regardless. Whoa, hurry up and get comfortable with that money situation. God damn. So I don't think you're overreacting to act the way you are. Leave as soon as you can and live your nice, lovely, clean life. Okay, so we're going to go up the ear again and we're going to use the other two bauble piercings I have that was on the left side. We're going to put them on the top as well so they match each side. So that's going to be very cute. So let's do that now. Pop it in your girls. Luxurious shook. Put the ball on. Hopefully I can do the side as easy as the right side. Okay, the tool actually really helped. That was good. That was good. Okay, so that's one in. And we're going to go one more up now. I took this hoop out because it was annoying. It was kind of getting in the way while I was doing it. And that is the second one in. I honestly, I don't mean to keep going on about it, but that tool has been such a godsend. I'm so annoyed at myself for not using it sooner. Genuinely, this is my favorite thing of today. We're doing a Christmas changeover, but the tool is my favorite thing of everything. So they are in. Very pretty. Pretty guy. Am I overreacting or did my boyfriend just call me ugly? You look at me like I'm the ugliest person you've ever seen. I don't know. I see a lot of people. Oh God. Sorry. My boyfriend never really expresses his thoughts or shows he's attracted to me. So when I tell him I feel like he's not attracted to me, he either says he doesn't know what I'm talking about or I'm being crazy or making things up. I tried to tell myself that he's just naturally isn't expressive. But today he looked me up and down and made a face that I can only describe as a mix of confusion and disgust. I was going to let him go, but I decided to text him and his response just confuses me. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt when we text each other in text because English isn't his first language and things he says don't make sense sometimes, but I feel like what he's saying here is pretty clear. I asked him in person to clarify what he meant and he just said he didn't know. I told him he's pretty much just called me ugly and he said, here you go again with this bullshit. Am I overreacting?
Bitch!
I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like this is kind of a cut and dry situation. I just think if you've expressed this to him and this is his kind of reaction, just leave him. This clearly isn't a relationship that's very good. Sometimes, you know, different places around the world show their affection to their partners in very different ways. You have to really take into consideration when you're dating someone from a different, you know, ethnic background or minority background, or even like, say you're from the UK dating someone who's from Italy. You know, people have different ways of expressing and different what's normal in their, you know, areas or something where they grew up. So like, you always have to take that in consideration. But I don't know if in this situation, if you're telling this to your partner and this is how they express themselves and it's been like a repeated thing, I feel like it's probably not a great relationship.
Is that tea?
Am I overreacting? I keep telling my housemate this isn't safe, but she thinks I'm exaggerating and says everybody does this. Am I the only one worried? I don't understand. Like, this is exactly what this is made for. You're upset because you're upset because of the wires? I don't know. Are you upset because of the wires or the fact they're using an extension? Like, this is what these plugs are for. Is to like this section here. I've got 2 of them down there, plugged into the wall that have like 6 different things in. Like, that's what these extension multi-plugs are for. I'm confused.
Who cares?
Okay, so let's go up now and do my top helixes up here. So my vertical helixes are here. I'm going to be using some things that I had already. I'm going to use... Oh, I just threw something across the floor. I'm going to put another one of the shark ones in the middle, but on either side, I do have these bars, so these little like pinky, purpley, like opal things on the again. They're really difficult to show because they're so small, but they're little tiny like pinky purple ones. I actually used these when I did the opal look that I did, a couple years ago with OUFER. So there's the 2 side ones, and I'm going to put the middle one in now. So that is done. So I got the little shark one at the top, and I'm pretty sure, I think that's it. I think we've done everything. I normally film for about 3 hours. It's been an hour and a half. And it's purely because I've had this tool. I can't even begin to tell you. Oh, this says, am I overreacting? Is there a logical reason for my girlfriend to say stuff like this? I'm so mad MrBeast is engaged. Like, how the F did he have no girlfriend when I first watched, he had no girlfriend when I first watched him. Got one, I got lucky enough they broke up. He shortly got another one, then quickly proposed. But wait, what? I, 24, and my girlfriend, 23, will go from some of the sweetest conversations to her saying stuff like this out of the blue. I'm sure I'm not the only person that has dealt with something like this, but honestly, just trying to get an answer from both sides. Have you done this before and why? And if it happens, how do you know... How did you go about the issue? It feels disrespectful to hear it's someone that states that they want to be married to me one day. Her reasoning is that it's somebody famous and that there's nothing wrong about it. But I don't see how that's a reason to be able to tell my partner that I wished I could be with someone else. Am I overreacting? I never seen a MrBeast simp before. That's new. Anyone that cares this much about MrBeast at a whole adult age is a red flag. We've jokingly said to friends and things, whatever, being like, oh, you know, do you have a cheat? Like, if there was a cheat person that you get one cheat pass or whatever, and like if it was a really famous person, you get to pick one person, and if the opportunity ever came, you're allowed to without it being considered cheating. I don't know. Like, I've heard people say things like that in a relationship, but to be like with someone who you want to get married to, and then say like, I'm so mad MrBeast got engaged. I was lucky the person broke up and now they're proposing to someone else. That's weird. Like, that is weird. That's weird behavior. I don't know if I'd be comfortable if my partner was saying things like that. Like, that's weird. I find that weird behavior.
You're breaking up with me?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Well, guys, there we go. This is the final look for both ears. I am very happy with this one. Again, I can't stress enough this little tool, how much easier it has been to screw on so many of these jewelry. I cannot believe I have not got one of these sooner. If I can recommend anything, mainly from this video, it's this damn tool. And they have them in alpha. Maybe I just haven't realized that they was on there. I've never seen it before. It also does actually come with little feeding tubes as well. So say you're struggling to get something in, there's like feeding tubes where it's thinner on one side. Almost looks a little bit like a taper. It's not actually a taper. You're not using it to stretch yourself. They're not stretching things. Don't use them to stretch it. You put the right size one in and you pop the jewelry on one side. It helps you feed it through easier. But these are my lovely ears now. Very, very happy. Of course, like normally I do sometimes play with them afterwards and like change one of the 2 things. But for this one, I think I'm happy. I really love this ear. I think I always tend to think that my right ear is a little bit more exciting just because of the types of earrings I have in it. I just feel like it's missing a dangly thing here, but it's my fault. It's because I haven't got the right size thing, so my ears are stretched up. But I love it. I do love the little shark things at the top as well. I think the shark ones are kind of silly fun. One thing I didn't show you in this video that I had just to like showcase it for you was these really cool Christmas tree like nipple bars. You can use them for your nipple bars because they're sort of front facing. But also like say you've got a long enough industrial bar, you could take off the Christmas trees on the end because obviously this bar can never, this is way not long enough for an industrial. But like because they're front facing, if you wanted to, you could put them, like, if you've got like a long enough bar, like an internally threaded jewelry bar, you could put like the Christmas trees on the ends. There's Christmas trees on each end of your industrial bar. You could if you want. Obviously it might get caught a bit more because it's a bit bigger, but just be cautious. But you can do it. You can even, I guess you can even put it as like a bridge bar as well because it's front facing. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really enjoy doing these little piercing changeovers. I love having the new themes. And of course, thank you to OUFER for continuously supporting my channel. Massive shout out to them, much love. And of course, they're having their Black Friday sale they have every year. So all the links are down below. Go check it out. Go buy yourself some happy. Again, it's not just on everything I showed in this video. There'll be a lot more on the site that you can get the Black Friday sales on. It's not just the Christmas stuff. So of course, you don't have to do a Christmas theme like I've just done. Anything else that's on there. And of course, my jewelry is still available on OUFER. So go check that out as well. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed Am I Overreacting, this is a little side thing, please let me know because I will happily do more of these if it does well. You know, this has 4 million followers and it says here 5.4 million weekly visitors. So clearly it's a really popular Reddit. So if you enjoy it, please let me know and we could do some more. I did trial run this one originally on my Patreon and I did like a little exclusive one. So you can go check out my Patreon. There is an exclusive version of this over there that we did a little while ago. I'm also watching through a TV show called Shattered on there, which I will be filming the next one in the next couple of days. So keep your eyes out for that. And of course, on Patreon, you also get exclusive unblurred footage as well. And of course, with that, a big shout out to my lovely Patreons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here. Thank you for being my Patreons. And a top tier Patreon shout out goes to Jack Cookie, Kimberly May, The Paisley Prince, Randy, Peanut Mama 0724, Lonely Assassin 96, AJ Padilla, Radika Madala, Cottage Apple, Tadeo Anaya, Lovely Caitlin, Adam Flelminster, Nicholas Kaz, Evanet, Niaj, Join the Navy, Demon Bunny, Blue Gem, TNS Mum, Adam Brett Batch, Rishi, They Call Me Doc, Athena Falling Angel Barrington, Erin Grace, Benjamin Baker, AITA, Ron Scott Palmer, Chloe Louise, Little Caesuriers, and Shell Herman. Thanks for being my top tier Patreons. You guys are mwah, delicious Richie. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch on the tell you can't be. Why is that? Because you do not